Hey everyone, it's Gretchen Wegner with the Anti-Boring Approach to Powerful Studying, and today I come to you from the beautiful Huckleberry Park in Oakland, California, and it's lush because it's been raining, and I want to show you something else here. Let's see, how do we get to my feet? There they are! I'm walking barefoot in the mud! And I want to do a video about what this has to do with studying. But first, I need to give you a little background information. And let's see if I can even walk and give you this background information at the same time. There we go. So, earlier back on the hike, I was walking along, and there was this woman who I passed who was crouched down in the mud, and she had her shoes off. And she was just wiggling her toes in the mud, and it just looked so pleasant and nice. And I thought, oh, wow, I should do that too. And then I was like, I don't know, my feet would get dirty, and I don't want to, I don't have a way to clean them. And it's like, yeah, but it would be so good for me to just be out in nature and have my feet in the dirt. Like, how often does that happen? And to be spontaneous, that would be good for me too. So at some point, I realized that I would just really give myself a lot more joy, and it would contribute to my life if I went ahead and took my shoes off. And so I did. And it's so pleasant. It's really good. So what does this have to do with studying? I already had on my list when I get home after this hike to talk about the importance of being a copycat and how you can look around at other students in your class and notice what makes them successful, maybe even ask them what some of their habits are, and then try on some of those habits and see if they might work for you or not. I just got a really nice squish. Let's see if I can show you this mud. Nice. Yeah. All right. So to finish this story off, I worked with a client who had noticed that one of her study buddies always starts any assignments the day they are assigned. And the study buddy is often a little frustrated with the client because my client is then a little behind her, and so they've stopped being study buddies together because the first one, just was like, I'm already ahead of you. It doesn't help me to study with you anymore. And so this client and I talked about, well, maybe she could just start her assignments on the day of as well and see what that's like to do. And I haven't heard from her yet about whether she's tried this, but it's really a valuable thing. Like, your classmates are actually really smart. And instead of being jealous or instead of being annoyed by them, you might look around and see what are the habits that actually might be good and actually might contribute to my life to take on from the people around me. And then notice all the thoughts that tell you why you shouldn't do that thing, right? Just like I was like, no, my feet would be dirty, blah, blah, blah. But if you really think, like, would it make my life better if I had started my assignments on the day that they're assigned, even if it's just 10 minutes? I think most of us would say that the answer is, yeah, it would. So anyway, let yourself be a copycat, just like I was a copycat today, and now I'm going to finish this hike up. And I don't know how I'm going to get my feet clean. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just drive barefoot home and wash when I get home. That would be totally viable. Okay, y'all, any questions, email me, Gretchen@gretchenwegner.com.